Hello students, in this video we're going to be talking about direct variation. Okay, in direct variation equations are the equations y equals kx, where k is always defined as y divided by x and k is a constant. So if I were to give you an example of direct variation, it would be y equals 2x. So this is an example of direct variation. Let's make a table. If I let x be 0, 2 times 0 is 0, so y is 0. If I let x equal 1, y is 2. If I let x equal 2, y is 4. So you can plug these different values of x in and get these values of y's. Now, you can see this 2, we're going to say that k is 2 in our equation. So if I were to graph this, it would look something like this. We got 0, 0, and then this would be maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. This would be maybe 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this line would be going up to right 1, and its slope would be 2 over 1. Up to right 1. All right, the proportion you can use for direct variation is y over x equals y over x, and you can use this to solve problems where you put the old information equal to the new information. So let's take a look at how this works. If y varies directly with x and x is 10 while y is 50, this would be the new information, or this would be the old information, old information, because that's written first, and then this is the new information. Find x when y is 20. So let's go ahead and set up the proportion. So we were told that the proportion is going to be y over x equals y over x. Let's go ahead and set it up. We got 50 over 10 should equal 200 goes on top over x. Okay, how do we solve this? Well, we do that technique that you learned in Algebra 1. You cross multiply. So 50x equals 2,000. And it looks like you divide next, and x equals 40. All you do to solve that is get out your calculator, and on your calculator you would do 2,000 divided by 50, 40. All right, let's take it up a little bit here to a real world problem. Jose makes $250 for 20 hours of work. How much does he get paid for 60 hours of work? All right, so what we're going to do is set up a proportion where y over x equals y over x. Now this time I'm not really telling you what x and y are, but if I put 450 over 20 in the old information, I need to do the same thing on the right-hand side with the new information. So I'm looking for how much he gets paid. So that's going to be our y. I'm going to leave that blank. And then 60 hours is going to be across from 20 hours here. So once you set it up, you just have to multiply 450 by 60. And then divide by 20. 1,350. So Jose makes $1,350 for 60 hours of work. I don't know if that's good or bad. Some of you have better jobs than that right now. Okay, so the last one I want to do is the amount of interest on a loan is directly proportional to the amount borrowed. Jane borrowed $500 one year and she had to pay back $100. If Jane now needs $1,000, how much will she end up owing? So we're going to do our y over x equals y over x, and that's going to be 500. I'm going to put the amount borrowed on top and the interest on bottom. If I do that, she borrows $1,000 the next year. So I'm going to put the interest on bottom here. So it looks like I'm going to multiply 100 by 1,000. And then divide by 500. And it looks like she's going to end up owing $200 for a $1,000 loan. Okay? So that's direct variation for you. One other thing I should point out is how to tell direct variation from a table. If you come back up here, the way you can tell direct variation from a table is every y divided by every x is the same number. So if I divide every y by x, I get 2 divided by 1, that's 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. See how it's the same number? And 3 would be 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Or 6 divided by 3 is 2. So how can you tell it's direct variation in the table? Every y divided by every x is the same number. And that ends our direct variation video.